Hello there, wonderful souls. How are you all doing? This is Anushree Gupta, aka the Artistic Mystic. Welcome once again to my channel. Today, what I'll be talking about is part of my PALMSCOPE podcast. I'll be talking about the relationship between willpower, determination, and argumentative nature. So, first, let's look at our palm. What I want to begin with is a lot about a human being can be deduced from intently studying the thumb. Of course, there are many other aspects to a palm, the mounds, the texture, the fingers, the lines, but let's begin with the thumb. The two most important information that we find out by studying a palm is the ratio of a person's usage of his or her argumentative self and the way they apply themselves when it comes to their willpower and determination. One thing you have to know is that the thumb gives us a hell lot of information about our willpower and determination and our nature of argument. Now, one thing, this is the baseline. The more one uses up energy in arguments, the more one exhausts himself or herself in arguing, they lose out on juice when it comes to their willpower, their determination, their tact, their logic, right? So, and this is not from just a philosophical point of view or from just a psychological point of view. This is also palmistry. This is also the science of palm. There's a clear relationship. So the more and more energy you invest in arguing, the less you'll have to apply when it comes to being willful, being determined. So the choice is yours. Which one would you want to embrace in life? Now, when it comes to arguments, let me tell you something very simply. When we argue with someone, what is that ultimate desire out of an argument? Let's cut down to the basics. The ultimate desire is the desire for the other person to do something a certain way, right? Usually that's what arguments are about. Why don't you do it this way? Why don't you do it that way? So the ultimate desire is for a person to listen to you, for a person to comply. Now, if that is the argument, then the ultimate goal has to be set that, okay, out of this conversation, what I want as the end result is for that person to listen to me, to obey. I know these words sound regressive, but I'm cutting down to the basics. The person's desire I'm talking about. Now, if you do it in an argumentative environment where you are bashing each other up with words, saying things that are not in good taste, often maybe saying things you don't even mean at the heat of the moment, don't you think the possibility of that person listening to you will decrease? That's common sense. But what happens is our ego takes over and we forget our actual goal, which is for that person to listen to us. And we break into arguments. We lose our temper, we lose our composure, our peace. So what happens is, not only do we lose our energy in the argument, but also the ultimate desire doesn't get fulfilled for that person to listen to you, because who will listen when somebody is shouting? I'm talking about both the parties. So in every way, one can see that an argument is pointless. So when you want, see, I'm not discounting the fact that there should be communication, but if we replace the argument part in a communication with affectionate and compassionate dialogue, then not only will your energy be judiciously used, constructively used, usefully used, but also the success rate of that conversation will be so much higher, because when we express ourselves with affection, with compassion, with good manners, chances are that that person will listen to you because of the way it was told, because of the way it was communicated. So, the content being the same, the tone of the conversation changing can make a lot of difference. So, no one is stopping anybody from communicating, but arguing will not solve it. Not only will it not solve it, but it will also deplete you of your own energy, which you could have invested far more constructively in achieving something, in putting it to good use as far as your will is concerned, your determination is concerned, your strength is concerned. So, in order for us to protect that precious pool of willpower and determination, we have to use our words very, very judiciously. And the best way to do it is to be composed while we are communicating with someone. Because when you're composed, not only are you clear-headed, not only will you say something you'll never regret about, but also you'll be articulate and also exude a very affectionate and compassionate environment where the chances that the other person will comply to you will be much, much more because of the way you're behaving around the other person. So this is what I wanted to talk about in this PALMSCOPE podcast. The relationship between the argumentative side and willpower and determination in human lives. Thank you so much. See you in the next episode. Do subscribe, like, and hit that bell icon so that you are always notified every time I'm coming up with content. Keep supporting, keep loving. Thank you so much. Take care.